Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. We are back on Castelnaud and it's 2024, so Happy New Year to everybody. Yeah, big Happy New Year to you all. Thanks for supporting me in 2023. Hopefully 2024 is just going to be as good for me as last year. I had a cracking year playing FS, making videos for everyone. So yeah, thank you very much for all the support you give me in 2023. Quickly before we get into the video, I just want to say in the Discord, we are going to be doing a new PC server, so multiplayer server. This one's just going to be for PC. It is also going to be with the premium expansion. So you need to have the premium expansion DLC to join in, but it's going to be good. It's going to be a cracking one. We've been setting up for quite some time. I have to give a shout out to Dushan and Dwarrick Dog for setting up this server. They've put it on Valley Springs, so version 2.0 of the map. It's obviously got multi-fruit. We're not using the Relight version, but we are doing a hard difficulty realistic server. And on this Saturday, I'm going to be doing a video on the server where everyone's going to be joining in, 16 players. We're going to be doing some grass silage, but with a forage harvester, a few forage harvesters. We're going to be doing it realistic, so small trailers. There's going to be a lot of carting. And we're challenging ourselves, basically. It should be fun. We've set it up as well where there's multiple farms. You can't buy land. Each farm has the same amount of acres. I think there's about 8 or 9 farms, so there is quite a lot to choose from. So we're trying to encourage team play on the server, but also having like a hard difficulty with realistic kind of tractors suited to the road size and the field size. So we don't want like a massive 7R, for example, when you're going to be using a smaller tractor, maybe like a 150 horsepower. And I think it's going to be great. I think people are going to love it. It's a bit different for the crossplay server, but if you are interested in joining in with that, link in this video description for my Discord. All the information will be in there. We're going to announce it properly on Saturday, and there will be a few places free. But obviously, you know, unfortunately, we can only have 16 people playing. So it's first come, first serve. So if you do jump in, I'm going to guess it's going to be about probably about 12 places free by the time people that have set up and everyone that's helped me out get in there as well. So just wanted to give that out in the video. We are doing that on Saturday. 8:30, around that time, at 8 PM, 8:30, I'll be recording a video. This big silage harvesting kind of mission, you could call it. It's going to be a challenge. It should be fun. So yeah, if you get a chance, you want to join in on that, and you've got the premium expansion, you're on PC, please feel free to jump in. Right, so let's get into this video then. It's been a while. Obviously, I've had a few days off for New Year. I had a few days off before that for Christmas. But in that time, I actually played FS just for fun. And I was on this save game because I wanted to do something that I thought was going to take a long time in videos. And it was this. So I actually leased out a massive logging machine that you could call it, like I don't even know. It was the biggest one you could buy, and it was about 29,000 for me to lease out. And I cleared out this whole area, and I actually had fun with it. I was trying out the Hori wheel setup that I've got with obviously the side panel that I am going to do a review soon. Whilst I was off as well, I was building this setup for it. It's like a stand that I want to show off, just because it's going to be really easy for me to switch out onto that. I want to also thank people that give me an idea that I've really thought was a great idea, and I decided to take that on board, which was to get a USB hub attached to the table, or the stand, and attach my things on there. So I'm going to obviously showcase that off. So I have been building that, but at the same time I was on here and I was using the side panel to do obviously the logging. Really difficult, I have to say. It's incredibly difficult, but I enjoyed it. So I thought I'd just do that off camera. I wanted to have a bit of fun myself whilst I was off for a few days, and I cleared this area. And as you can tell, I also put in these sheds. So we've got a big shed now for bales. I've got this side shed here just for anything really. Could be, I'm thinking of keeping all the grass equipment up here as well. But obviously our grass field's over that side there. We've got the sunflowers growing into the field there. So it just gives you a bit of a bearing of where it is. Now, this shed, I'm thinking of putting some kind of root crops in. So I've obviously got the potatoes right now in a bunker, but that frees that bunker up if we want to do some more grass silage. So that eventually I will probably move all the potatoes over into this area. Now, because it cost me so much, obviously I sold all the logs to try and get the money back for this, and I actually did all right. I'm sitting at 72,000 currently. I have purchased the carpentry. If we just go into, let's have a quick look here at our productions. I did purchase the carpentry production facility. So I've put some wood in that, not all. I've sold a lot just to the sawmill direct without buying it, just because I needed to kind of recuperate some of that money that we spent on building this, and also leasing out that massive piece of kit, which was so useful. It made it so much easier to chop down them trees, skim into the right size, and then just pick them up after that. So as you can see, I've got 29,000 litres of wood processing through into there, into furniture, which we are going to sell. So that should give us a bit of money back, which is nice to see, because I think last episode I was probably on around 250, something like that, 250,000 if I can remember. Something about that anyway. So we have lost quite a bit of money, and that's why I've put in these renewable sources. So we've got, like you can see, I've got 2 solar panels, I've got 2 wind small turbines. They're going to just generate a bit of money, which is probably going to help me as well because of the cost of water going up now. We've got animals. I think it's like 1,700 every day in property maintenance fee. So that's going to help us out on that. So yeah, we've got this for root crops. We've got this, it's going to be for CCM, so a tiny little bunker for the pigs. CCM in there will be fine. This is really cool. Got this to produce CCM. So now CCM is technically in our productions chain menu. And as you can see, all I need to do is put corn in and it gives me corn grain grist. Now, I don't know if that's fermented. It could be raw or it could be fermented. I've not figured that out yet. If it is unfermented, we can put it in the bunker to the side of it. And then obviously we've got fermented CCM, which is that's the end game. I think to say it's probably going to be fermented. If it isn't, then we've got the bunker. If it is, we can get rid of the bunker or we can just keep it as a spare. And the Luprazil I purchased. You can purchase this within here, so you can buy that. So I don't need to even go and get that, which is dead useful. So that's going to come in handy. And then again, like I said, we've got all these bales in here. So the first job we're going to do, we're going to go and take some bales. Now, obviously, in the last episode, I did the alfalfa hay, and it was a pretty decent task. And I actually really enjoyed the fact we've got the custom textures on here as well. That's great to see. So I'm going to drop them off in here. I'm going to try and figure out the best way of doing this. I would like to maybe just put them in direct. So let's see this. I am using my steering wheel. I am pretty new to this whole thing, I have to say. I did go for probably like a 3-week gap in between buying the steering wheel setup and to not using it, knowing that I needed to obviously make this stand. So now it's all done. I've got a few things that I still need to do just for cable management, but nothing major. But now it's all done, I want to try and get used to it with reversing, because I feel like I can reverse with a controller. But then, yeah, this is not the easiest thing. Like, sometimes I want to turn the opposite way, and I think it is just getting used to it. I know a lot of content creators are using steering wheels, and it takes time, I imagine, especially if you don't drive tractors in real life, which unfortunately I don't, even though I'd love to do that. But yeah, it's difficult to just get that fine little touch on this. So anyway, I think that should be alright. I just want to make sure, I'm going to use my controller again here, I have got it on hand, just to make sure I don't mess this up, because I'm not entirely sure where these are going to pop out at. I think I might be able to get it closer. Is there a collision on that? There is. So I'll tell you what I'll do then. We'll go on this side. Plonk them in here. Now, we haven't got many square bales after this. In fact, we haven't got any. This is the only square bales we got. We kind of split the field round to square. So half of it was square, half of it was round. We still need to go and pick up the round bales and put them away. Now, I think that's probably alright with me. So we just move forward a little bit. There we go. Job done. Just as easy as that. I think this actually be a really good spot as well to store the trailer. So let's turn that off. Let's jump over to... What else have we got over here? Yeah, we'll use the Deutz for. That's it, yeah. I've hooked it up. So we can go and get these bales and get them in. I do need to set up some of the keybinds on this side panel still. Because I know to operate this, it's obviously... what I'm using on my controller is just straightforward, but I know I need to set that up properly. GPS as well. Well, I use a vehicle control add-on. Always have. Tried GPS for a bit at the start, but went straight back to VCA just because it is better overall. So I need to set that up because I've actually got it on a Stream Deck. It feels like it's a million miles away from me right now because of this setup that I've got going. I'm actually further away from my monitor than I was before. And I prefer to drive with the steering wheel in cab, but things like this, it's harder to do that. But yeah, we're gonna get these. We're gonna get these on, store them away, and then after that, we've got a few things we're gonna go pick up and we're gonna sell. We're gonna do a bit of a run to get these to get some of our production sold. We also need to sell some of the milk. It's storing up, and I don't want to take any more to process into YogHURT because I feel like YogHURT's a bit buggy. I've seen the pallets spawning through, and they are not. They're not. There's a bit something wrong with them. I don't know, but they've got a bit of a weird collision going on. So I think that might be something that we do basically as little as possible, and just kind of stick to milk, unless I can figure out if it's something I can sort out. But it's a weird one. It's a weird one, but it's good money, and I do want to, like I said, when I started this series off, after I obviously did the farm build. Woo! Really, still getting used to this steering wheel. You're just gonna have to put up with the noob level for a bit. But yeah, as I said, is that a different size bale? Huh, I would have never thought that. Right, so we need to sort out what we're doing here with reversing. There we go. We can do this. But yeah, I said after the farm build, so I obviously split this series into the first part, which was me building this whole area, and then I obviously went and did my Let's Play series, currently on. I said that my aim is to do productions. Now, not everything is productions. We are going to sell some grain for everything. We're obviously doing animals, but the main focus outside of that is going to be productions. So we've got the carpentry, we've got the canola oil that we're currently doing, so vegetable oil. We've got the flour that we can go pick up and sell. We've also got some milk going into yogurts, which I might switch out to something like, like cheese or whatever it is. I think that's probably the best thing to do, and we'll come back for that bale separately. It's not going to faff us about too much over there. But yeah, we are focusing mainly on productions in this series. So there we go. That's that bit done. Right, so let's lift that up for transport and let's go take it. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take a bit of a shortcut here. We'll go through the fields, and I do want to actually get some slurry down this field because I noticed in my precision farming score for this field, not quite maxed out. We're like 97, 96, something like that, and I think it's because I didn't turn on the crop scanner whilst I was applying the nitrogen. So that's something that I do want to try and fix for next time around, and I think the best thing to do is get our slurry spreader, because I'm pretty certain I've got the technology on that for precision farming that obviously makes it homogenized, the slurry as it's passing through onto the land. So we could try and use that, get some slurry down, because alfalfa doesn't actually require that much, so it's kind of perfect for slurry or manure. Oh, that's a tight one, isn't it? There we go, just about made that. Well, at least I sorted this out over here. Made this a better angle to come into. So I think we'll put a bit of slurry on. Right at the end of this episode, we'll put a bit of slurry on that field just to get it sorted out. Let's try this now, just small and slow. It's a weird one, getting used to. I promise you though, I will make sure I get good at this. Gotta get good. Let's just adjust that. Kind of want to try and put them as far over to the left hand side as possible, and I don't just want to use a shed for obviously hay. If we stock up on straw in the other area we're storing it originally and that gets too full, it'd be nice to have this area to switch over to. Ooh, wrong way. See, that's the natural reaction at the moment, but I want to show you as I progress through this kind of learning curve of reversing with a steering wheel. I think it'd be pretty cool to actually see how I am now compared to how I'm going to potentially be, hopefully, when I've actually done it a few times. Right, so let's reverse back a little bit because I think we can get that up to the wall. And we need to make sure we drive forward because it will nudge us out if not. I tell you what, I'm happy with that. That doesn't look too bad to me. So let's get out and have a quick look, eh? Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. So we've got plenty of hay now, and we are stacked for feed. Like, we really are. If we have a look in our stock checker menu, when the game's saved. Where is it? There it is. So we've got obviously a load of potatoes that's going to go into feed. Got 7,000 litres of milk that we're going to sell as well. Plenty of hay, as you can see. That's going to help us. Straw, we've got quite a lot of straw as well, really. Canola flour is not at the point. I think they're 5,000 litres then pallets. I think I've changed them so they're 5,000 litres, which is easy to transport. But we have got enough for flour. Furniture's quite slow at the moment, I've noticed. Max price is that. That's insane. We've already got £1,000 worth of product just from that amount, 286. Now, we're doing well for slurry, but I have got this split, so you can see that my slurry basin, which is where I want to put most of it when it gets full. So we've got quite a lot in this, which is basically that's the beef stock. That's our dairy hall. And then you've got the pigs, which aren't producing too much. But overall, it actually adds up. So we've got enough to put into that field, I'd say. Maybe not fully, but we have got over 100,000 litres combined with manure, so we should be good. Alfalfa hay, though, look at that, 193,000. Not bad at all. Yogurt's doing all right as well. They spawn off in 1,000, though, because obviously it's a map kind of addition, so I can't adjust them to 5,000. I could probably find a way of doing it, but I'm happy to keep them at 1,000. But we're doing all right. We are. We've got plenty of feed, and when the maize silage comes in, which is probably going to be, thinking about it, maybe next episode. Because really, all we've got is sunflowers down here and here, and then the maize. We aren't going to be growing anything into this yet. That's obviously going to still be combined. Precision farming, let me show you about the nitrogen levels then. So I've got a score of 86. Now, don't get me wrong, that's a very good score. I'm quite happy with it. pH needs probably a little bit, but not yet. I'd say after every 3 chops with the alfalfa. Same for the grass. But nitrogen level, as you can see, has jumped straight back down. Yield wasn't the best. It's like, I don't know if that's just the soil type, but it didn't stand out to me as the best. But I'm very happy at the same time with the amount we got. So 96, yeah, you see the nitrogen's down at 97. I think that's because we didn't use the scanner. So we'll have to make sure we sort that out for the next one. There's obviously no weeds to worry about or anything like that. So everything's really set to go into maize or sunflowers. So let's have a look at our crop calendar quickly. So you can see that corn and sunflowers are the same. So really, we can do them. Doesn't really matter what order we do them in. I'm thinking actually, we're probably going to be doing grass in the next episode, which is mainly going to be hay. I don't think we need any more grass silage right now, even though we did say we were going to feed differently. So obviously, yeah, we're going to be feeding. I'm going to take this tractor. But yeah, we're going to be feeding our grass silage to our dairy stock with normal grass hay, and then alfalfa hay with maize silage to our beef stock. So there is going to be a demand for more maize silage because the beef stock consume more. Right, anyway, let's get this done then. I want to go and pick up some stuff, get it sold. I also need to sell the milk, but I think what I'm going to do is quickly do this. Because I think... No, I've definitely got some yogurt to pick up. I've definitely also got some... Yeah, I've definitely also got some flour to pick up, but I don't think the canola oil or vegetable oil is ready yet. So let's lift that up, let's unfold it. Let's head out to pick up some flour, and yeah, we can go figure out the best place to sell it. Right, so we should have, yeah, we've got 1 pallet spawned out here. I'm going to try and use my side panel to pick this up, but we'll have to do it outside. Ooh, wrong one. Yeah, we'll have to do it outside cab because, yeah, it's not the easiest to do inside cab, but we can try. Right, so we'll do it outside just to make it easy. Now, on the Hori side panel, there is a mode button. So if I click the mode button off, which is how it's usually is, it becomes a camera. So it's really useful to obviously be outside a cab whilst doing it. If I click the mode button, however, you can see that I can use it. Now, if I had left and right, obviously, which I don't on this, let's say it was a telehandler tool or anything, when, you know, you can change the buttons to obviously have the different axis that kind of arm's going to use. So right now, that looks good enough to me. We can lift that up and we can activate it again, so we can change the camera, which is great. And I'm going to try and do this all with the steering wheel. trying to think the best place to put this on. I've kind of parked it in an awkward spot, haven't I? Made my life more difficult than it needs to be here. So I think if we reverse it now, might be able to do this. So I'll get mode again, lift it up. I might have to just give this trailer a bit of a nudge. There we go. That should be fine. Right, I'm happy with that. That looks good to me. So let's move the camera. Go to mode again. There we go. Look at that. Spot on. Give it a bit of a nudge. Happy days. I think that's pretty good. So we'll get hooked up, we'll put our straps on, and we'll go and pick up the YogHURT, and then we can obviously get that sold. Now, I don't know where the best place to sell, so we should probably check that out as well before we do start moving about, just because we might drive past it. So let's have a look at flour first. Best place to sell flour at the moment is the restaurant, so let's tag that place, because I imagine that that's going to be down here. So yeah, so we may as well actually go sell the flour first, unless the YogHURT is also the best, unless the restaurant is the best place to take the YogHURT as well, then we may as well pick that up and kind of do a bit of a loop on the way back. So let's have a look at this. So no, that's that one. So let's have a look at that one first. Where's that? So that's back this way. Right, so may as well pick the YogHURT up after and then take it to that. No problem. This makes sense to me. Right, let's go and get this sorted out then. Let's get this sold first. Pick up the YogHURT and then come back. And the sell point for the YogHURT is actually on the left-hand side somewhere. I'm not sure where. I don't think I've actually... I must drive it on the left-hand side again, which is not wise, not wise. I should get used to that as well, because I will be going to FarmCon this year. I've actually booked my tickets. My accommodation and flights is all sorted out, and I've even got a hire car, so I should probably get used to driving on the right side of the road, especially if I'm going to Germany. I'm flying into Munich as well for FarmCon next July, so I'll be going from the 5th to the 7th. So we're flying into Munich, me and the missus, and then we are going to... Yeah, then we're going to get a car, drive all the way down to Oktoberdarf, which is about 140 kilometres away, so it's not too bad. But obviously, nice motorway, so we'll fly through that. And yeah, we stay in Oktoberdarf in a hotel, and I'll be able to go to the Fent Forum, which I've had a look on Google Maps, and it looks outstanding. It's a nice little picturesque kind of town, so I'm looking forward to... definitely looking forward to it. Should be great, as well as Llama as well, because I'll be going to Llama, which is this month as well. So there's plenty of things going on FS related. But I have wanted to go FarmCon for a while, but I'm glad I waited for this one, because I really do think this is the one. I do think we're going to see some news about FS25. I actually predict that FS25 is going to be coming out about November time. So yeah, it's should be good. Now, I am going to try and do this, but I'm going to use my controller for this because I'm not the best at tight reverses like this. I mean, what I could have done is take it off, but we're going to try and do this. I can... Oh, no, it's not going to do. Not unless I make that turn differently. Maybe a bit earlier. Like there. There we go. There we go, so we got 4,000 for that and an extra £400. Not bad at all. So next one is, let's go get this YogHURT, which might be a bit of a problem to load on. Right hand side, it should be there. I'm just trying to think the best place to park this trailer, because we've gone for a bit of a big tractor here, but that's just to get us up the hill. But now we're up the hill, we've obviously got the problem of like stacking these on. So I think it's probably best if we leave that there. We'll detach from it, and then we're going to go and do this like that. I think that's probably our best bet. Now, if you can see what I mean about these pallets, some of these are floating. I don't know if there's a reason for that. I actually moved some, but this is stuck now. So I will try and pick this up, but I've got a feeling that's I've lost this one, because I can't for the life of me actually pick it up. Now, I don't know, like I said, I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because there's like a collision on it that's messing things up. I don't know. So let's lower that down. Yeah, look at that. We've got no hope. We've got no hope of getting that out there. So that's not an issue. We'll just have to lose one of them. I'll make sure I don't move them though again. That's something I won't do next time around. I just thought I'd be making space. And same goes with these ones. Like, I hope I can actually pick these up. I don't know what's going on. Let's have a look at this. Okay, so if I pick them up first, that'll do. So there's the same with this. No, that one's definitely a goner. It's strange, it really is, but let's just get them sold. I think that's the most important thing. And then we can, yeah, we can faff about with other stuff after. I think I might have to move these. Can't quite get to them there, which is a shame. And that one's the same, so I don't know why this is. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the YogHURT to selling, because it's not happy at all. It's just not happy. It really isn't, which is a shame, because that's 2,000 litres there gone to waste. I'm not sure why that one doesn't want to move as well, but it's like rock solid stuck. Oh well, let's see if we can get down to these two now, because I actually couldn't pick these up. Right, that one's picked up, so that's good. So let's get this on here. I do love this. This is probably the favourite thing. I've mentioned it a few times. If you watch my series that I did on Zelonka, the map that came with the premium expansion, this actual kind of like front loader forklift attachment is the best thing for me by a country mile. It was just so useful, and it kind of made me want to do pallets and productions. So this actual item made me think, right, I want to do some productions. Come on, there you go. It's a shame I can't tip though, like the angle of it. Right, that will do. That will do for me. Let's get this sold, eh? Ugh, shame we couldn't get the other ones though. Well, at least we got these. So let's head over to that sell point, which I think is just after the bridge. Sell point really conveniently close to the farm for the YogHURT is here. It's just a shame about the YogHURT itself, the way it spawns in. Yeah, that's the only issue. The thing is, I imagine it's good money as well. Yeah, look, 2,000 litres of YogHURT has actually brought us in 7,500 plus the 800 on top. That's killer money, that is. Kind of gone through one way there. No one saw it. Didn't happen. But no, it's killer money. I mean, we could take the milk there and just sell it, but I kind of think if we're doing that, we should sell it ourselves. It's a lot of money, isn't it? It's an increase on that milk. I feel like we're kind of getting it a little bit too easy So I might just take the milk now, sell it. I also need to do a feed mix for the cows, the milkers. I've actually noticed that they've gone down, and the reason that kind of threw me at first is because of the fact I've put a load of hay in before, and I thought they had feed, so it kind of what they were going to consume, what they'd consume in a day basically would be enough, but it's because the hay, it's just hay, majority of it is, so I need to do that because they're actually gone down to 0 health, unfortunately, which is not what I want. So we're going to have to do a feed mix for the dairy cattle, but I do want to sell the milk as well, so I think I might just go do this feed mix, do a bit of a jump cut, get it sorted, and as I'm feeding into the trough, I'll cut back in, and then we'll go and sort and sell the milk. Job done on the feed mix. We've got 30% of hay, 55% of grass silage, and then we've gone for about 14% potatoes. This should be plenty. It's a full mix, 28,000 litres, and we can just drop this in here for the cows, well, the milking cows, and that should tie them over. I mean, hopefully, anyway. It's just a bit of a weird one. I mean, we do need to do one for the beef stock, because they consume 11,700. We've only got 6,000, and that's what I was doing before. I was looking at this thinking, oh, we've got 45,000. They'll be fine. But the problem is, it's 25,000 of it's this hay category. So these two, and mainly these two, just drop down to 0, and then obviously that causes a bit of a problem. So not ideal. Right. Just trying to think now. We probably don't need to worry about taking the big John Deere. We can use this Deutz to go and sell this milk. It isn't that far away as well, so it should be a steady job. And then we can get out in the field and actually get some slurry down on that alfalfa, and I think then we'll be set for the next episode, which is going to be grass silage work. So what we need to do is open the cover. We need to move this back to about that door, and there we go. We can start filling. Get this full. I think we've got a good amount anyway. Yeah, 30% is not bad. So let's just find where the sell point is, because I have actually forgotten this one. So right now the best place to sell is the farm cheese dairy, which I think might be a bit of a trek, you know. I think that could be the original farm. Yep. So it is all the way over here. Bit of a trek. So what I'm going to do is I think I might take a bit of a shortcut here. I'm going to go off-roading. I'm going to come down here, go that way. And then we're going to go there. And that's probably the best bet. Now, I do think I do own that. I can't actually sell that land, which is a shame. So I might actually take it somewhere else, just because I don't know if it's going to go into the cheese production, which is not what we want to be doing. So let's try this again. Let's go to this one, because that's the thing. So actually, it looks like they're all, technically, there's no dairy. It's all kind of, the dairy's built into that farm that you start off with, and then there's a bakery and this. So we'll just go to the bakery. And that's probably the closest. Yeah, it's just down there. Let's get that done. Probably the best thing to do. It's a shame we can't just actually keep making the yogurt, because obviously yogurt's like really good money, so just wish the pallets had spawned out better. Ah well. Now you can tell straight away the difference between me reversing with my controller or reversing, yeah, with, this is getting into production. Just realised that. Ah, that's not ideal. Not ideal. That's because I own this production facility. It's going to be difficult just to sell milk then, because we own the production facility. So I think that went into the bakery. So let's just have a quick look at that. So yeah, we got a load in there, haven't we? So, and that's for the cake, like the cake mixture or recipe. You can see needs milk. So if we ever make a cake, we've got a bit of milk for it. Oh, you can even buy all this stuff to make cake anyway. Alright, so I'm not actually sure what to do with this milk. I think it might either be sell one of the productions to use it as a sell point for milk, or we keep doing the yogurt but get it to sell directly. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll figure it out. But first, let's go do some muck spreading. We'll use the John Deere because it is a hefty piece of kit and it'll do the job pretty easily. I'll also just drop this off here for a bit. There we go. Now, I haven't got the front weight on, so we'll see how it performs. Might need it, might not. It's a beast as well, the slurry spreader is. We are using a dribble bar as well, so I probably could change the texture, the ground to a dribble bar texture, but we'll see, Let's get it filled up first though. There we go. Hopefully we've got a full tank in here. Might be just shy. But I know I've got some in the basin anyway, if not, but we filled up. Now, let's take this route. Let's go back on ourselves and go back out until the alfalfa field that way. Right, so I've just checked and I haven't actually got the manure application precision farming sensor thing that obviously makes it homogenized. So we're going to have to just send this out and hope for the best. We will top it up though if needed with a bit of liquid fert or even probably solid fert with this. But let's get some of it down at least. We don't need to complete the whole field, but let's get the majority of it done, I'd say. I mean, it's a big muck spreader anyway. There we go. A nice texture as well, so you can see clearly where we're applying this, which always helps.
I've been counting the days, don't need to find an escape, I'm doing better. I've been sleeping just fine, now that you're not in my mind, I'm doing better. I took my time, but I made it here eventually. And baby, now that I did, I don't need to see your name lighting up my screen. You can get gone, so I can get better. You can find another vice to take the pressure. You can get lost, drowning in your bitter. I won't be your lifeline, should've considered. I won't be yours, no, I won't be yours. I won't be yours, I won't be yours. I used to take on the blame for your violent escapes, but now it's over. You can drag me down with your destructive habits. Oh, I took my time, but I made it here eventually. And baby, now that I did, I don't need to see your name lighting up my screen. You can get gone, so I can get better. You can find another vice to take the pressure. You can get lost, drowning in your bitter. I won't be your lifeline, should've considered. I won't be yours, no, no, I won't be yours. I won't be yours, I won't be yours. Oh, I won't be yours, it's not so easy, love. Hey, 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 I won't be yours, so you can give it up. You can get gone, so I can get better. You can find another vice to take the pressure. You can get lost, drowning in your bitter. I won't be your lifeline, should've considered.
Right, there we go. A nice steady job to finish on. I've missed a few bits though. I definitely missed a few bits, but it's just because of the landscape. You can see that it's quite bumpy in places, and the dribble bar just doesn't work well with that. So maybe need a back plate on that one, because then it wouldn't have that issue. If we just have a look quickly at PF and nitrogen, you can see the spots that I'm on about. So there isn't too many, but there is like that section here. There's a little bit here and there. But I can tidy that up. We are going to go over it again, because I do think it probably needs a bit more for the next cut of the alfalfa. But yeah, I think that should be all right for now, definitely. But yeah, I think on that note, though, it's a perfect spot to end the episode. Hopefully you're enjoying this series. I'm really enjoying this series. It's a bit of a different one for me, obviously because I built the farm and the map's just stunning. But I think we're going to get into some good things. We're obviously going to get in the productions, but also there's going to be a lot of feed that's required for the animals. The cows are going to be demanding quite a bit, especially when they start obviously breeding out each one of the herds, so the beef stock especially, but also the milkers. When we start getting some that are going to, you know, expand out and breed out, and then they're not calves anymore, they're going to consume quite a lot of feed. Now, I will skip time in this series quite a bit, just because I want it to progress. I don't want it to stagnate at that point. So if you do see me doing quite a bit of jump cuts, that's why. So I think in the next episode, I will do a jump cut through probably till the next month, and we can get the grass done. Probably going to do hay bales or even silage bales, but I'm definitely going to be doing bales. And then we can store it away. I know we've got quite a lot of alfalfa hay. We don't really need too much grass hay. We've got a bit, but the alfalfa hay can be used in the dairy feed mix if we need to. But we could also do grass silage in bale format. I do like wrapping bales, and I think it'd be pretty fun to do. Obviously, we've got the sunflowers, and we've got the maize silage, which is going to be a big job. So that's going to be coming up soon enough. But then, yeah, we'll probably do a bit of a jump cut all the way through the winter into the next kind of like springtime, so we can get started again and planting what we're going to do. We need to combine these fields. So this 1920 is going to be one, and 1718 is going to be another one. So I'd like to get that done at some point, but I think we're doing pretty well. 86 on the environmental score is not too bad. We've made a bit of money in this episode. We're up to 85,000, so I'm quite happy with that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Really do appreciate it. So hopefully you're enjoying it too. If you are, please give the video a thumbs up, because that does help my channel out. And if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator.